Hey, what's up? Thanks for stopping by. Today I got an absolutely fantastic recipe for you for a Greek-inspired or Greek-style herb bread. It's a savory bread, very easy to prepare, done with basically a mixer and a loaf pan. That's it. And with only a few ingredients, you can customize this recipe to whatever you like. It's that easy. So, first things first, I'm gonna preheat my oven, 375 degrees or about 180 degrees Celsius. Get that off and going. Set up your rack in the middle position of your oven. That way it will bake evenly. And I'm just using a standard, I guess, 4x10, 4x9 loaf pan. That's it. And just a few basic ingredients. And we'll get this going right now. So, first things first, let's raise our stand mixer. You can mix this by hand, not a problem at all. You know, it's totally up to you in terms of how much kind of effort you want to put into this. There's a reason why there's a lazy and a lazy gourmet part of this, you know what I mean? So for me, I like to mix all my ingredients with my mixer. First things first, I'm gonna do half a cup of Greek strained yogurt, goes into my mixer. Half a cup of mayonnaise. I know it sounds weird, but there's actually, it gives it a really nice flavor. So I'm gonna put in there half a cup of mayo. What I'm gonna do now is crack 3 eggs into my mixing bowl. And I'm doing it directly. If you feel confident enough that you're not gonna get any eggshells in your mix, do it like I'm doing. If not, just pre-crack them in a little bowl and put them in that way, and at least you'll know you're not getting any shells. No extra crunch. All right, lock and load. We got our ingredients in here. We got our eggs, yogurt, and mayo. Start mixing these up, getting these going and out of the way. Let me move this here. It's a very simple recipe, nothing complicated. And believe me, if I can do this, you can do this too. Now, the next part of this are dry ingredients. For that, I'm just gonna take a bowl, very simply. I'm gonna take 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour. It's gonna go in there. I'm going to take 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, a little bit of salt, always to taste. For me, it's about half a teaspoon, give or take. And with my whisk, I'm just going to very simply combine all these ingredients before, you're right, if you guessed it, I add them in there. So very simply, yada, yada, yada. Just gonna mix these up nice and easy. And that's pretty much ready to go. All right, so now that our wet ingredients are mixed, I'm gonna take our dry now and add them in here very carefully without making a mess, because I have been known to do that. Perfect. That will go in there like that. Lock it up, believe me. And now, start at the slowest speed. I speak from experience. Unless you want to like turn everything into like Casper White, slowly just start mixing this in, nice and easy. And as it gets combined, we kick up the speed and ramp up how fast it goes. All right, so now next, we start building our flavors. This part here is what's totally customizable. In my case here, I'm adding Greek feta, as if, sun-dried tomato, stuffed green olives, a little bit of Greek oregano, rosemary, and thyme. That's my flavor profile. You can do whatever you like here, totally up to you. So now, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna drop this right down. I'm gonna take about 150 grams of crumbled feta and throw that in there, nice and easy. Perfect. You can use, in this case, Kalamata olives, or in my case, I want a little bit of added color. So what I'm using is the green stuffed pimento olives. And very carefully, you are going to slice these puppies up. Please do not lose a finger. You don't have to go super fast, you know. Do it slowly. It's not a race. This isn't like, you know, a 15-minute meal where you got to run around and go crazy and make yourself nuts. In my case here, I'm going to chop up approximately a third of a cup. You can go half a cup, you can go a quarter cup, whatever. It's totally up to you. And these are going to add such a beautiful color as well to your bread. And I'm slicing them. I'm not chopping them. I want to see the rings of green and the red of the pimentos in the olives. So those are there. Perfect. Do a couple more. And they're going to actually add a nice brininess as well to this. So for this, I'm going to take my olives, put them in there, and let them start mixing up. Perfect. See where I'm going with this? There's like absolutely nothing complicated about this at all. The next thing to go in are my sun-dried tomatoes. Again, this is what I had on hand, and just take them and just start cutting them up, chopping them up into bits and pieces. They don't have to be microscopic either. Perfect. Just like that. So in go my sun-dried tomatoes. Perfect. Now comes the dry herbs that I love so much. And these are like my favorite herbs. You can use whatever you want, totally fine. And for this, I'm going to use approximately half a teaspoon of Greek dried oregano, half a teaspoon of dried rosemary. Just going to go in there and just going to get mixed about. And a little bit of thyme. Just a little bit for that added savoriness. So that's perfect there. So now, my friends, that's going to mix up. Let me up the speed a little bit, get that all nice and incorporated. And that's pretty much it for our recipe. Let me get this out of the way. Next part, we got to prep our loaf pan. And for this, I'm going to use a little bit of butter. Salted butter for me always works best. Let me grab a knife here. Cut a little tab. I'll put 2. Butter is flavor. Let me just close that off here. And very simply, you're just going to take it with your hands. The butter, I really recommend that it is softened or brought to room temperature, or my friends, you're going to be here for a while. So, very gently, nice and easily, slather up your loaf pan. Now, you can go generous. I mean, bread, butter, perfection. Just start pouring this into our loaf pan. Look at the colors here. This is absolutely fantastic. And I love recipes like these because they're easy. They're very easy to make. Everything gets done like in one pan and one bowl or 2 bowls. And just move everything out. Perfect. Now spread this evenly, or as evenly as you can. Let me just put this baby back here. Now spread this just like that. Now we're going for the rustic look. So this does not have to be absolutely perfect or flat. We're not icing a cake. We're actually making bread. So this is ready to go, done and dusted. I'm gonna pop this into my 375-degree oven for about 40 to 50 minutes, give or take. Keep an eye on it, the toothpick test, and it'll be done to perfection. The goal here is to have it turning a nice golden, rich brown color without obviously burning it. All right, my friends, the moment of truth. This has come out of the oven about 15 minutes ago. It's actually done to perfection. Believe me when I tell you. Look, I'm trying to put this on. I'm so excited about this. My loaf is perfect. Let me see if I can get this to come off now. Reasonably. Ah, yes. Yes, baby. This smells absolutely fantastic. Oh, and look at the way this is done. This is the bottom, and this is the top. Look how this looks. This is absolutely fantastic. And there's miso going around behind the scenes. Now for this, you're gonna have to get a very sharp or serrated knife and just take long, gentle strokes. Look at that. Look at this. Look at this. Look how beautiful that looks. Here. This is my piece right here. Is this not a thing of beauty? And what are you going to serve this with? Of course, soft butter. Let me grab a knife real quick. And before I actually bastardize it with the butter, absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. This may be carved up, but you know what? This is so worth it. I'm grunting. All the herbs, the feta, the green olives, the sun-dried tomatoes, the pimento from the olives. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. So this is the thing with this. You can make this any way you like. It is totally fine. Use any combination of whatever cheeses. You can put like chopped up cold cuts in this. You can use any type of olive you want, any kind of herb you want. Totally cool. And for this, my friends, this you can make anytime, and it's totally not complicated. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. That's it for me on this episode. Please smash that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already for more of my recipes like this. You know what? This is fantastic any time of year, and it's so easy to make. Nothing complicated. And believe me when I tell you, I'm not a baker. And if I can do it, you can do this too. So until next time, thank you very much for watching. I'm Ken. Bye for now.